I want to make this video because I am going through a little bit of a mental breakdown. And the reason that I want to record it is because I want to talk about what I'm going through so that hopefully it can help someone. Whether or not they're going through something similar or not, I think that this kind of feeling can be relatable and applied to many different scenarios. But essentially, I kind of feel I'm feeling very overwhelmed with school, work, I guess, societal standard. I tend to have a breakdown like this when I have a lot on my plate and I haven't done a great job at prioritizing, and I feel like I've done okay today. I think I really need to acknowledge the fact that I had a great start to the day and I have been productive. I think that I'm just thinking so far ahead that my thoughts are consuming me. Shit, I'm gonna go get a tissue. I wanna be snotty. So we all play a lot of roles in our lives, We have to participate and kind of balance, in between all of these roles in our lives. And sometimes we face a lot of conflict in between roles because we're trying so hard to do everything so well. And sometimes I get really hard on myself where I feel like I'm lacking, in certain roles. And for me, the most important role in my life right now, unfortunately, is being a student. And I'm a senior in college and I graduate in May. So I'm kind of walking into the most difficult semester next semester. And there's just a lot of pressure surrounding doing well in college at all and passing, your board exams, and having this degree and using this degree to I guess play a role in society, right? I mean, essentially we're all doing something for the world, some on different scales, right? But I feel a lot of pressure surrounding that. I've had a lot of moments of doubt surrounding, you know, the career path that I chose. And it's just really scary not knowing what the future holds, and how crazy it is to be so hyper focused on one thing. And, you know, it's hard because we have this like testing system in our education system here, and there's this like there's this pressure, you know, surrounding grades, right? And like you need good grades to have a good GPA in order to have like a good standing, in order to have like apply and do well, right? And you could study so hard and still not do well, right? Like I have a lot of frustration with that. But like really, it feels really bad to have so much emphasis on grades. Like I want to feel like I'm knowledgeable in what I'm learning, and I'm stressing more about passing this like particular exam. I mean, that's just how the education system is, right? Like it's been like this ever since I was 5 years old. So I have a lot of pressure on me surrounding that, and I guess not feeling like I was serving this great purpose that I thought I was going to serve, and that I envisioned myself serving for most of my life. I mean, it's just crazy because, you know, I didn't think I was going to be in this point in my life a year ago. And to think that a year from now I'm going to be stepping into this new, completely new chapter of my life. Well, I'll already be in like a new chapter of my life, and not knowing how that's going to make me feel and how that's going to affect my life and my relationships. So I think that's the number one roll straight on me right now. I also have a lot of pressure surrounding, you know, my role in my job. Needless to say, the job that I have right now isn't the job for my career, but it's, you know, a company that I hope to work for and like begin my career with. And so I have a lot of pressure surrounding that because I want to, you know, have a good reputation and like be in good standing, and like be a strong person. And my biggest weakness is being really sensitive. I'm really sensitive, and the reason I say it's a weakness is because I take things to heart, and I just take things to heart. You know, like I feel things really deeply, and I also have a bad habit of like I'm really good at like when I want something, I work really hard to get it, and I don't give up until I get it. That's just how I am. But sometimes I give up on things really easily when they get hard, or when they don't work out the way that I wanted them to. And so I'm learning to, I guess it's just hard because I'm going through this period in my life where I'm figuring out who I am, and it's like I don't know who I am. Like I'm a different person with different people that I'm engaging with, and like a lot of times I say things that I think people want me to say, and in the sense of like, I guess, not explaining so much about how I really feel. Sometimes I struggle with having a really negative like conversation with myself in my head. Like the voice in my head is really mean to me. I mean, that's just like a really toxic cycle. Like, you should be kind to yourself. Like, you should tell yourself that, like, you can speak well. Like, I don't know, just like the thoughts in my head kind of bully me. Like, say that I talk too much, and like I say stupid things, and like I can be really mean to people. So I've kind of had a hard time with myself lately, like really learning to love myself and to not treat people, and to not project the way that I feel about myself onto other people. And I really feel bad for everyone that I've hurt for doing that. My friends even, like, you don't do that to your friends. You don't treat your friends that way, you know? I also move in a couple of weeks. I mean, I don't know where I'm moving. So there's a lot of stress surrounding that because, you know, you're leaving a place that you've kind of created as like a home, and you're gonna step into a new place that's like foreign to you, and then you have to kind of start all over again, which should also be exciting. But to anyone feeling the way that I'm feeling, you just have to know that it's gonna be okay. If it's not okay, then it's not the end of it, right? Like you're always gonna be searching for something, which is why you have to really work to love yourself, because at the end of the day, it's yourself and it's your thoughts that you're living with. It's your thoughts that you're going to bed with and waking up with, and no one is gonna reassure you and love you and take care of you the way that you can. So I think it's really important for you to be very aware of what your triggers are, and to be very aware of what you're suppressing or what you're projecting. And I don't know, I'm not a therapist, but I mean, you want to be okay with yourself at the end of the day in order to achieve your like goals and to succeed. And the way that I measure success is happiness. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to do what you love. Everything else will follow. Like, I truly believe if you push your passion and really expand and exercise your creativity in different ways, then the money will come, the financial freedom will come, the stability will come, and then you will attract people in your life that want what's best for you, that are just as good as you, if not better, that are going to push you to do better. I mean, those are the kinds of people that you want in your life, right? So you're going to attract those kinds of people, and eventually you'll find like your friends for life, or, you know, your partner in your life. I think it's also hard being surrounded by people that are so sure of themselves. Even people that are my age or younger, I'm like, wow, you're so comfortable in your own skin. And sometimes I feel that way, but sometimes I don't. So I'm just going through a period of my life where I'm really stepping into my 20s. I'm 21. I just turned 21. So I'm like stepping into my 20s and really stepping it further into adulthood and experiencing more of adulthood. So some things that help me when I'm going through a mental breakdown are really just talking through it, and prioritizing the things that I need to do. I love planners. I know that planning looks different for everybody, but I really like making lists day to day and roughly planning out my week, but sitting down at the start of every day and really writing out what needs to be done by the end of the day, what needs to be done tomorrow, what needs to be done by Friday, you know. I also started a new routine today, so I think that is a little bit nerve-wracking as well, because it's like I want to follow through and stick to my routine and keep promises that I make to myself. So if any of you are feeling this way, again, just remember that life can get really hard, but life is so beautiful. I mean, life is too precious to just let it like pass you by and like you not be an active participant in your life, like actively love and actively nurture and care for people and inspire people. And I mean, I feel like I've established my purpose when I was really young. I just knew like I was brought into this world to like love people and inspire people, and I know that I want to do that in so many different ways, this being one of them. And I just want to bring people closer to, you know, who they're meant to be, and really just impact people with positivity and love and kindness. And there are so many ways that I want to exercise my creativity, and that's another thing that makes me sad, because it's like I want to be able to do all of those things, but there are so many external factors, right? I mean, that goes for anything. A long time dream of mine has been to act and model. Like, my actual dream of my life is to be in film and model, right? So I always think about that, like, did I lose my chance? Like, am I still gonna work towards that, or am I just gonna like let it go? I don't know, I guess I've just been waiting for like the right moment, but sometimes you have to just take the moment and make it work and not just wait for it. I think life is about learning and connecting with people and growing. So I always say, as long as you try, at least you know, like, you tried and you did your best, right? Because you're only gonna regret what you didn't do. Like, if you didn't even try, then of course it's like, well, I didn't even try it. You really never know what can happen. I think just life is so crazy, things will probably come around full circle or find you when you were least expecting it or whatever. So I guess what I want to end this video with is just to try to strengthen your weaknesses and to always find something to be thankful for, and to really practice building a healthy routine for yourself and a healthy relationship with your mind, because there's nothing like having peace in your heart, right? So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to come on here and say. So I hope that if anybody needed to hear this, you feel a little bit uplifted, or just comforted knowing you're not alone. I promise. If there's anybody that can tell you that your feelings are valid and that it's okay to feel what you're feeling, it's me, because I'm feeling so many things, right? And that's okay, that's what makes us human. So just keep fighting for the person that you want to be and the person that you know you can be, because you can be whatever you want to be. So that's all.